AI is learning how to drive cars, how to fly planes, how to diagnose diseases. And this is just going on and on, sector after sector. AI is beginning to achieve superhuman performance. What does it mean for Africa? AI will touch every industry, from finance to farming. We are on the start of the fourth industrial revolution. The starting gun has been fired, and I'll be very, very honest with you. Right now, Africa has not even lined up on the start line. We are sitting in the Lagos Yacht Club, drinking crude oil from champagne glasses, patting ourselves on the back at how clever we are. Meanwhile, South Korea has committed nearly $1 billion to its AI industry. China has said it is going to create an AI industry of $150 billion over the next 20 years. Where is the Pan-African billion-dollar investment in AI? Where are the thousands of young people who are training to be machine learning specialists, data scientists, AI specialists? The jobs that we love, those jobs will be swept away over the next 20 to 30 years because AI can do it faster, cheaper, better than you can. All those jobs will be lost in time like tears in rain.
Hello guys, and welcome back to this channel. I'm your host, Idi Kanobut, and this is Isaaca News. It has been a while and I'm happy to be back and to share the beautiful thing that we've been seeing and hearing and learning about our dear country, Nigeria, but particularly about Africa. So there's a group I'm on WhatsApp, and somebody dropped the video, just watch right now, and asked about Africa's, Africa's stand in the new fourth revolution, in the AI race, in the global AI race. So this video is going to address where Africa is and to give hope to a lot of Africans and Nigerians and just the African continent as a whole that we are not doing nothing in the global AI race, okay? Africa right now, as we speak, we lack data, we lack talent, we lack the hardware, we even lack the background knowledge. We have the human capital in a sense to compete on the global AI race at the level with which we all desire. We must take all this into cognizance. We are highly limited, and we must understand that these limitations are real and they are serious impediment in our ability to scale, to push, and to accelerate in the global AI race. But then the reason why you're even listening to me on this channel is because there is good news for us all to hear. Now, in Africa already, we have over 2,400 AI organizations, and these organizations are operating across various industries like the health industries. We have the wellness industry. In fact, speaking about the health industry, I would like you guys to check out the company called Zipline. Okay, Zipline's presence in Africa is very prominent or pronounced in Rwanda. Okay, the government of Kaduna State in Nigeria actually signed a deal with Zipline to help the medical sector in Kaduna. Now, we don't have a lot of data information and videos surrounding the work that is going on there in Kaduna with Zipline. They even actually, signed a deal also with Cross River State in order to expand their operations within the country. But the one we are very sure of that has made even global recognition is Zipline's, working relationship with the country of Rwanda in their health sector. That's something you need to check out, and they've done a lot. And it is so beautiful, the work that's been done there. And they're using drones to carry out their health technological advancements in Rwanda and in other nations, that it is partnering with. But specifically on the African continent, Zipline is in Rwanda, is in some other countries, and is in Nigeria as well. Now, like I said earlier, we have about 2,400 AI organizations across the continent that are focusing on health, focusing on fitness, focusing on wellness, focusing on farming, focusing on law, focusing on training, insurance, and there's a rapidly growing ecosystem of startups and several fintechs that are actually pushing the AI race within the African continent. This, is just the tip of the iceberg as to the potential that are being harnessed within the African continent in the AI space. Now, as a matter of fact, several African countries already have what we call national AI strategies. Okay, there are over 30 AI communities already in Africa. They may be small and unheard. You may find them in the small cities of Sudan, which is currently in a war-torn environment right now. You may find them in some unknown communities in Mali. You may find some more established AI markets in countries like South Africa, in countries like Kenya, in countries like Tunisia, even in Egypt. Some more developed and established AI communities may be seen. In fact, it would interest you to know that several African universities, African indigenous universities, are already offering degrees in AI specialization as we speak. Now, someone may ask, what are some of the most exciting opportunities that exist for people looking to invest in AI in Africa? As you all know, if you're paying attention, Africa is the new global market. This is the new emerging market. There's saturation in Europe. There's saturation in North America. There is saturation in Asia. In fact, Asia has already overtaken Europe in terms of continental GDP. Asia has a higher continental GDP compared to the continent of Europe. Europe that were once the gods and the lords, of economics and sophisticated development. Asia has overtaken them because Asia for the past 2-3 decades was the world's emerging market. As we speak right now with all amount of authority and authenticity, Africa is the new emerging market with a huge booming youthful population in the African continent. In fact, as we speak, the African continent has a population, an age population average of 19 years. That's the population average, meaning that we have a lot of young people domiciled in the African continent. And once young people, what you see is market. So there's a lot of space for innovation in the, in the fintech industry, in the financial industry. Already, if you go abroad, you would see that people who go to shops to use their credit card or debit card to pay for items, there's some places abroad where people just go there and they scan a QR scan code, and there's nobody on the counter, and they go there, they pick their stuff, they swipe their card, and they're out of the place. Even in gas stations, they go to their gas stations and they, there's no gas attendants. They buy their, gas or petrol, and they, exclude themselves from the place. So there's a lot of technological advancement in the financial system abroad, in Europe, in Asia, and Africa lacks that. So any company who seeks to come into the African market already, will I say has a large emerging market that it can leverage on, and it can become a household name in little or no time. So that's the financial sector. In the health sector, we need a lot of AI in innovation, AI investment. In the transportation sector, we need a lot of AI investment. Even in the IT sector, the AI sector, we need a lot of investment. So the atmosphere, the market here is highly unsaturated in Africa, and there is space for anyone to come in and to thrive. We've seen Elon Musk already encroaching the African market. He came to set up, his in his SpaceX satellite in Nigeria, and he's doing well. He's already setting the same satellite in several emerging markets within Africa, and he's supposed to do well. He may run into losses in the first few years of working in the African market, but what he's going to do in the long run is that he's going to gain a monopoly over other satellite internet providers that may come later to Africa. He may have gained monopoly and would enjoy a huge share of the African market, among those who seek, to patronize, internet satellite services. So the market is highly unsaturated, and a lot of policies are being put in place, with the African Free Trade Continental Area trying to, draw up or provide a borderless Africa, trying to, blot all the borders that are inhibiting trade within one another. It will be very easy for emerging markets to thrive, and those who seek to invest to get back their investment in little or no time, because of the concerted efforts to try to make Africa more like a single country and to take out the borders in order to enhance intra-regional trade amongst each other. So because of the infantile nature of AI in Africa and the booming population, the population growth rate in Africa right now is even higher than that of Asia. Asia is trying to control its population growth, whereas in Africa, there's nothing like that. People are giving birth at will, as many as they can imagine, I can think of. They're just giving birth to people in their numbers. And so when we have a very large population, it will make us the new global factory, just as China was, just as India is fighting hard to become. Africa will become the new global market and the new source of cheap labor. And once cheap labor comes to the picture, a lot of companies will set up their production base in Africa, and that will lead to an exponential, increase in investment and in globalization, civilization within the continent. And anybody who does not come in now is going to miss out big time in the big wave that we're about to ride as a continent. Now, I know that I have not done justice, in terms of, will I say, really going deep into the nitty-gritty as to the opportunities already in the continent. But all I can say is that there are already organizations in place, there are universities in place, there are already small startup businesses, unicorns in place to ensure that proper foundation is being laid for the AI race in the African continent. So I'm so glad that you stuck with us thus far in this particular section of the video. I'd like you to please hit your notification bell and click enable all videos so you can always get notified whenever we drop a new video on this channel. And do well to keep making your research, and I'd like to keep looking out for the positive perspective to things going on within your own country and within your continent in Africa. So this is where we're going to end for today's video. Thank you for sticking with us thus far. Till we see again, Godspeed.